Hey guys, today I want to talk about something that's been bothering me for a few weeks, maybe even a couple of months, and it's regarding people who pretend they are prison reform or prison right activists, but they put scales on people. And I want to say right now that I understand that you, in your personal belief, you have a scale for crimes, and there are things that you may not be able to deal with, or others that you don't want to deal with, and it's absolutely totally okay. Like, you should never deal with anything that you don't want to deal with. So it's like when you choose a pen pal, you know, if you are more bothered by some crimes than others, then that's why on the website we put the crimes so you can look at them if you want to, and you can decide, ooh, I can't do that. That's okay, the choice is yours. But when it comes to activism, not fighting for everyone, this is not okay, in my opinion. So what happened that really pissed me off lately is that I'm part of this organization, you know, that I went to Tallahassee with, and there's a private group. For those of you who don't know, the members of that organization are mostly, if not all of them, are members or people who are incarcerated or who have been incarcerated, or people who have been incarcerated themselves. And so those are the same people that you find in the private group. Unfortunately, it's very common. It's not really that organization, it's just that my last experiences with that were with that organization or those members. Really not the organization, because the organization is here to help all incarcerated people, all of them, and they do not discriminate, and they're very clear about that. So I don't understand why we have people in the group who do not agree with that. So anyway, when I was at lobby day, I could feel that, you know, when I mentioned death row, I feel judgment. And really, when you look at the stories, I mean, you know, a lot of people have life for first degree murder, others have death sentences for first degree murder. I mean, what's the difference? But when you said death row, there is a difference for people, apparently. So that's one thing. But the second thing is that in that group, so there was someone who was posting like a reminder that regarding of the crimes, all incarcerated person deserve some basic human dignity, basically. And I mean, it is so duh, you know, like, I'm not saying her post was dumb, no, I think she posted for a good reason. That might be what I'm gonna say, but I mean, how can you debate that? I don't understand. And then of course you always have the same thing about, oh yeah, I agree with that, but not for this and not for that, not for those who did this and not for those who did that. And of course, you know, child molesters, rapists are usually what comes first. And I understand you come with a baggage and maybe you've been directly impacted by that. So I get that you do not want to, you know, find excuses for the people or whatever, but this is not what it is about. Like I said earlier, you have your own boundaries, and that's okay. But if you join an organization like that, when you know you have all kind of people, all kind of family members of all kind of incarcerated people that committed all kind of crimes, then you know you potentially hurting people who did not do anything wrong, but they're just trying to support their loved one in prison. And I do not think it is okay. And we have a couple of people and they always bring their negativity, and I just can't stand it anymore. It is just super annoying. I just feel like if you have a problem with what the organization is doing, just leave it. So I did say something for once. I'm really not one that fight on Facebook, but I just had to ask them, why are you here? Why are you here, to that one person? But then, you know, everyone starts calling me, and I'm realizing, wow, all those people. This is just so upsetting. And honestly, there was a few people that were trying to explain that you know, whatever you deeply feel inside, and that is okay however you feel, you cannot come and say not everyone deserves basic human dignity. Because what we're trying to do is to improve the life of incarcerated people here in the state of Florida, and I can tell you, people need this. Incarcerated people need help. Things need to be changed. The Department of Correction is not doing a great job, and I feel like those groups should be a safe place for everyone. And you know what bothers me the most? I think it's because those are the people, the one who comments in that always negative. I don't see them in the street. I don't see them protesting. I don't see them doing anything. And at the end of the day, you can, you know, you can assume because of what they say that maybe their loved one who is in prison must be a perfect angel, right? And also that they have maybe, probably, a very small offense. I don't know what is a small offense to them. You know, maybe it was just selling drugs and she thinks that's okay. But see, maybe I think selling drugs is horrible because you're killing teenagers. I mean, you know, anyone can find something. You know, no crime is a good crime. We have those people, maybe they have like a longish sentence for something that is a lesser crime. And we are fighting, and when we're fighting to get more rights and to get, you know, you have to start small. So you can't include murderers, you can't include this and this and that. You have to start with the tiny things, because if you start with you know, claiming, or if you start with requesting things for death row, for example, everyone's gonna be like, whoa, no way, like, calm down, girl. No, okay. So of course you have to go smaller, and you know, you get this and you get this and you get this, and eventually it might do something for the death row inmates also. But everyone else will be served first, right? Because they're at the top of the ugly scale. So I'm guessing those people who are super disrespectful of everyone that is a little bit higher on that ugly scale have people, have loved one, you know, lower on that scale. And so those are the people that are going to benefit from the work of the people who have loved one on the higher scale. So they are basically spitting in the face of the people who are going to bring their loved one home early. And it just, I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way. Like, I just feel like, how can you debate human dignity for everyone? I'm not asking you to host the people, you know, and to hug them, and that they should all die in a warm bath or whatever. Basic dignity, I said. We didn't say, oh, those guys, I don't know. Honestly, I'm not even concerned by who they are attacking, but it's just a moral issue to me. Like, you cannot say that not everyone deserves basic human dignity. I just can't hear that. And there was that one girl, and she was like, oh, we have to agree to disagree, and she kept saying agree to disagree, like she was giving me an order to agree to disagree. And I was like, what? No, never. I will never agree to disagree that not everyone deserves some human basic dignity. People are, they're nuts. People are nuts. Anyway, my point is, however you feel, it's okay. There's no wrong way to feel, and I do understand and get and respect the way that there are crimes that seem more horrible, or inadmissible to you. But if you belong to that kind of group that is supposed to be a support group, then you can't be judgmental, and you have to be respectful and mindful of how hurtful what you say can be to family members of incarcerated people who may have committed some of those crimes. It is important to remember that family members are innocent people that are just trapped in a horrible situation, and they do not deserve and should not deal with people who are just unnecessary mean. There's just no point. Like, just be nice to each other. It's a support group. It's an informational group. Like, help out. I see some of the people, they are never giving interesting information. They are never intervening with anything interesting, but they have something to say, something negative to say about everything else. Like, this is not okay. Like, honestly, you are judging people, but you should maybe start by judging yourself, because you are not a great person. Alright, I think I'm done. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna publish this video. Let me know if I should keep this kind of things for myself, or if you want more. Alright, I see you next time, guys. Bye.